Hi, my name is Ava George, and I'm from New York. I work for New York City Department of Environmental Protection, been there 20 years. The reason I'm saying this is because if it wasn't for them, I probably would have been out of a job because of the numerous calls I would get from the Board of Ed. They would call me after calling 911, which would take my son to the hospital where the cops would come, they would cuff him, ambulance would take him away. He would be tied up. My son was 12 at the time. He's now 13. I would go, his legs would be spread open, arms open, and he's just tied. I wouldn't call it restrained, that's tied. I went home and I laid on my bed. I opened my arms to see how long I could stay, and I couldn't. I couldn't do it. I myself, twice, had to call 911 for him because he was injuring himself. I have, excuse me. I have marble furniture, and he would bang his head, and he would bleed. He had a fixation with vehicle. You couldn't walk with him. He would run across the street. Numerous times, the cops had to be called, and they had to call for backup, because even to try to get him into an ambulance with the cops, they couldn't do it. He is slim, but he is strong. At the hospital, it takes 7 guards to tie him up, and the reason they tie him the way they did, because he would get away. I don't know how, but he would get away. Once I went there, and when I saw him and the way he was crying, I asked him to send him home, because they told me they were going to send him to I call it the crazy home. My son needed help. He didn't need an asylum. So I told them, I'll take him home. 2 cops were there with another patient. They came with me. My car was parked at the end of the block. I couldn't get him in the car. The cops ended up calling for backup. We had to call for an ambulance from the end of the hospital to bring him back. They didn't even want to walk with me back. That's how bad it was. I eventually went to the school to ask for help. I made a written statement. I got no help. Then I heard about Judge Rotenberg Center, and I wanted to come and see what it was before I put my son there. I came, I saw it, I liked it. I had to go to court with the Board of Ed. Thank God, luckily for me, I won. My son went to JRC on September 12th of last year. 6 months later, my son was home for a visit. My son spent Easter with me. I'm proud to say my son was in diapers. My son is no longer in diapers. My son is no longer on any medication. My son can sit at a computer. I am not telling you this. I saw it myself. I went there and I saw him on the computer, and he was even faster than the computer. My son helps him to vacuum. My son makes his own peanut butter sandwiches. My son is not on the GED program, but I know it's there and I wanted to experience it, so I had it done on me just in case my son had to go on it. Anything that includes my son, I want to try it first. And I would say that I think that the people that oppose it, I don't think they have tried. I don't think they have tried it. I don't think they sit in our shoe as parents. These are things they read. They have not been through what we went through. They have not walked the path that we have. And, just in case my son has to get it, I will sign. And I hope you would consider us as parents and our children and what the Judge Rotenberg Center is doing for our children. Thank you.